I should. Why did I go in front of
That was
it?
a bad idea. My Forrest Gump voice is getting shitter and shitter. My name Forrest Gump.
Yo.
I like Jenny. I like her. Her pussy put me to sleep, and I didn't even notice when she left.
Pussy put me to sleep like NyQuil.
I love Nicki Minaj. I don't mind that she married a allegedly.
Allegedly, of course. We don't want to be hit with a lawsuit.
I
'Cause
do
that
not-
would be
I
bad.
genuinely do not want to be hit with a lawsuit, Miss Minaj.
Yeah, if you try to it's slipping.
I
If you
really
tried to
love-
target us with a lawsuit, Nicki Minaj.
You can't say that. That's literally against that's Minecraft.
Yes, in Minecraft.
Let me tell you something. Jenna loved Nicki Minaj.
She liked how she
used
was
to
a-
go and pop her pussy at the clubs. she loved popping her pussy on all the Black Panthers. That's how she got AIDS.
Because all them
it's
Black
'cause she-
Panthers is gay.
That wasn't why. It was actually she was fucking a white man for money because she was a whore.
Stupid whore. I don't like Jenny.
I love Jenny, but I do not like how she was always using her pussy to make money like a whore. My mama fucked someone to get me into school, but that was honorable. And I still hate my mother for she was a whore and go to hell.
the fucking bigoted Forrest Gump bit keeps going.
I just like the idea of Forrest Gump.
Dumb, but he's like a raging asshole. He hates and he hates everybody. Yeah, it's a fun idea. But you know what's an even funnier idea?
Forrest Gump filming an Eiffel Tower gay porn scene where he's in the center of it. Oh, Captain Dan, you're doing me so well. Bubba put it in my mouth.
It's Lieutenant
Apparently
Dan.
Bubba, the guy who played Bubba, they had him wear fake lips. To make
You already
him
told
look
me that.
bigger.
I'm just
Why?
saying that's a bit racially
I
insensitive.
think I wasn't that. I think it was they just wanted him to make him look goofy.
Yeah, but I'm just saying.
I
you
mean,
know.
yeah, it definitely sounds that way.
And now we'll have the
Uh-oh.
black man put on big lips.
Catastrophic news, guys. Catastrophic news. Elon Musk says he's leaving Trump's administration after helping lead Doge's tumultuous drive to shrink the size of U.S. government. A real one has been lost.
What will we do without him? Donald Trump. Donald Trump. Please save us. Look, I'm saying it's a trap because that's what's gonna happen. We're all gonna be trapped in a terrible existence.
Traps. I know about traps. When I was over in Vietnam, Lieutenant Dan took me to get some pussy, and all I got was a mouthful of dick. I didn't like sucking on it, but they asked me, and Mama always told me to be nice to strangers. The next thing I knew, Lieutenant Dan had snuck up from behind and was doing me in the ass.
I didn't like that too
I
much.
didn't
It hurt.
like that one bit. Lieutenant Dan didn't use any lube. It just raw dogged me in the ass.
He was Lieutenant Dan, not Lieutenant Dan.
Oh, that's so fucking stupid. That's so stupid.
Here's a change of conversation. A philosophical question. Why is it women and children first instead of skinny and small people first? Okay. Because if you think about it,
that is true. What if there's
you should put
woman and you let her on the boat first and she flips it over?
Or like, no, she just takes up so much room. She's taking up like 3 times as much room
and
as a
she's
normal
made out of
person.
blubber. She should be able to float on her own, and she'd just freeze slower.
Like what? Like let's say there's like a really like skinny person and there's like this really fat kid. I mean, you know, the skinny person is probably gonna live longer.
I think even better, it should be highest education and most money first. You know, to really weed out the disposable.
No, just the fat people.
No, I
because they take up the most room. I'm thinking just in terms of math.
Well, okay,
you can fit more people
how about
on
this?
the lifeboat.
Rich people, smart people first. Fat people last, no matter what their gender or anything is.
Yeah.
But that means all the Americans are just going to be left on the boat.
That's not okay to joke about.
That's homophobic, Harry.
That's not homophobic. It's fat phobic. Yeah, well, I wouldn't be fat phobic if you weren't so fat. You ever think of that, fatty? Huh?
Fatty. Wait. Here's a joke.
Tell me a good dad joke.
Ooh.
Yo. You know how rabbits travel?
Wait, you want to hear something really good?
You know how rabbits travel?
By hairplane?
No. Duh. Metro. Well, what the fuck would they take an airplane everywhere?
Why was the pony always coughing?
He was a little horse.
No, he had a dick in his mouth.
He was choking on him. How the fuck? There's a.
He was in the Pink Pony Club.
Yeah, those ponies. There weren't no ponies, but there was certainly something pink there.
What the fuck?
What?
So they didn't let me. They would just pussy out everywhere. Sounds disgusting.
No, I was mean like pink dicks.
Hey,
no one wants pussy.
You know what the difference between a gay club and a lesbian bar is?
One's better than the other.
One smells like the fucking ocean. You walk in and you go, "Hey, this ain't a bar. It smells like a fucking fish market." You know what the other best part about, the other difference is in a gay club, right? Everyone's buying their own drinks. And a lesbian bar, there's 3 butch women buying all the drinks for everyone else.
That's sexist.
No, it's not. It's true. It's a fact. It's a scientifically proven fact that butch women get fucked and they end up taking on the traditional masculine role that men would, and so they inevitably get forced to buy people drinks because it's a socially expected role for the individual taking on the masculine role in a relationship to do.
Makes sense, I guess. I was blinded and I ran into a massive group of those guys. You could say I got gangbanged by those guys.
That's really great. Here, listen to this 4chan post. Being white but not supporting white pride. Explain yourself. And then someone responded and they said, because my parents aren't related.
Dude, that's a good burn. That's base.
Burn! Oh. My name's Markiplier. Suck of 87. Ethan,
oh my God!
Was that guy Ethan?
Is that the
not
penis
Ethan.
of 80?
Crank gameplays when you crank my hog for me. I've been keeping your shitty channel alive and relevant for years. Without me, you'd be nothing. Come suck. When you crank one out for me, big boy, give it to me in a cup of Fanta.
The Fanta cum. Let's start this.
Dude.
Let's start the Fanta cum challenge.
Fanta cum cocktail always has the yogurt effect.
Yeah.
OTD.
That sounds like sort of like something like a terrorist would yell when they're suicide bombing. You ever thought about that? Maybe the Ewoks are terrorists. You ever think of that, buddy?
The Ewoks are obviously the Vietnamese. We all know that.
Yeah.
And so they're terrorists.
But they're also freedom fighters because they're the same thing.
No, because they fought the U.S. They're terrorists and they're terrible. And they should have lost, and we should have taken over their country. And then we could have all gone over there without having to get a visa and gotten ourselves some fantastic pho. You thought I was going to say Vietnamese pussy, didn't you?
Yeah.
When I said pho.
Oh, I sniped that
No
dude
one wants
so well.
Vietnamese pussy. The next thing we do is use Vietnam to
Invade.
orchestrate an invasion of Thailand so we can get some fucking pussy.
Why the fuck are these people just standing on the steps here?
Probably because they're bots.
No,
they're
I
morons.
think they're just AFK.
Yeah, they're idiots.
Hey, this dude's shooting me.
Yeah, he's actually playing. Shockingly, he's not like one of the AI
He's
bots.
strafing. I don't like that. I like him to stay still so I can shoot him well.
That's lame.